Suplifters, what is a champion's mindset? Who has a champion's mindset? I know a guy who for sure has a champion's mindset. And you might be thinking, oh, he likes MMA, so he's definitely gonna talk about an MMA guy. No, I'm not gonna talk about an MMA guy. And it's not even a guy from the combat sports. I'm talking about a bodybuilder, about Chris Bumstead. And I hope you know it, because I firmly believe that is gonna be the Arnold of our generation. Because, yes, he is that influential to all of us. This guy is young, okay, and he's been Mr. Olympia 2 times in a row, and he's gonna be winning the 3rd. I'm gonna say it, and I'm sure of it. I don't know if he's already been competing when this video will go up. I think there might still be a couple of days needed, but he's gonna win. He's absolutely gonna win. Why? Because he has a champion's mindset. What am I talking about? So what is a champion's mindset, and why we should try to actually achieve a mindset like that? Well, let's look at this guy, okay? I believe that 2 years ago, when he won his first Olympia, his prep was a mess. For those who don't know, when you step on stage, you want to be as lean as possible, okay? So you're gonna be dieting, and I mean dieting a lot. I remember that 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, Chris Bumstead was eating 1800 calories, okay? And you might think, oh well, you know, I can diet on 1800 calories. Yeah, you're not as big as him, okay? You're not as big as Chris Bumstead. I would struggle right now to be eating 1800 calories. He was doing it. And he wasn't eating a lot of crazy food. He was eating like salmon. He was eating healthy stuff, okay? So that is something extremely hard to do. And what was even harder for him during that prep is the fact that he kept being watery, okay? Again, for those who don't know, you want to have a grainy and dry look on stage. You want to basically don't have a skin, quote unquote. You want to be able to see the muscles, you want to see the striations, you want to look as ill and as crazy as possible, okay? So think how much stress that guy must have felt when the day was clicking, they were keep going up, the time was shrinking, however the condition wasn't coming in. His hamstrings weren't there, his quads weren't feathered, there was no condition, he wasn't dry, and he kept doing everything that he needed to do, but his body wasn't responding. So what did you think he did? He kept sticking to the plan. He kept sticking to the plan, although worried, he kept doing what he needed to do. When it is extremely hard, he did what he needed to do, which was continue his prep, keep doing his cardio, keep eating like this, and just have faith. And he has been rewarded, and he won, although with a very big struggle. Not in the competition, but in his mind. So why am I talking about his mindset? Because right now he's gonna become the 3rd Mr. Olympia, okay? The 3rd time Mr. Olympia in the classic division. However, he's not only doing that. Right now he's prepping for the show. You know what else that guy is doing? He just became, I think, a co-owner of a supplement company. So right now he's literally a businessman. He's a competitor who's ready to compete. And trust me, you don't understand what it's like to be dieting on those numbers. You don't understand, and I don't do either. I don't either. But I know how shitty I felt when I was eating 1500 calories doing 40 minutes a day of cardio every single day while looking like shit. That was a mess. That was a mess. It was the only thing that I was doing, and I was failing at that. I couldn't get leaner. Of course, I didn't have the muscle mass. I know that now. But I couldn't get leaner. This guy is doing that stuff. He's suffering immensely while also having a business. He just started. He could have waited after the Olympia. He already started. Why? Because he has a champion's mindset. And you might think, wow, this guy is amazing. He's actually having a business, running it, while also becoming Mr. Olympia. Well, that is not all, because during this prep, he also released his own pre-workout with his previous supplement company that he worked with. I think it was Jack Factory. So he was involved in creating a pre-workout. That's not bad. Now, you actually probably know Chris Bumstead, and that is why I'm saying that he is so influential. It's because he has an Instagram page, so he runs his Instagram. I agree, he's gonna have a team behind him. Of course, he probably will, but he is active on social media, okay? He also posts stories where he's filming himself, and I don't really think that anybody is doing that for him. He's posting pictures. Those I think that he's gonna rely on somebody else. What else is he doing? YouTube. Hello, YouTube. He's filming everything, every single workout, every single day. He wakes up, he films himself. And trust me, it is not easy. It is not easy because even right now, I was out eating lunch with some friends before, and I really didn't feel like actually filming any type of video. However, I only have the weekend to be recording all of these discussions, so I'm gonna be okay for a week. That is why I'm recording them now. I didn't feel like doing them, but look at what this guy is doing. How can I actually be such, weak-minded to say, oh, well, I'm just gonna rest, How can I be like that? How can I be so relaxed when he already has such a career that he's completely... He could probably retire if he wanted to, like from everything, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. He definitely doesn't need to be putting so much effort, but why does he? Because he has a champion's mindset. He wants to do this, he wants to win. And think about doing all of this stuff while also preparing for the biggest bodybuilding competition ever, while also training pretty much every single day, at the very least doing cardio every single day, of that much I'm sure. Think of how much he's putting in. And you might also say, well, but of course, that is his job. Yeah, it's his job, but he probably works 15 hours a day. Because for him, taking pictures of himself is a job. For him, doing YouTube is a job. Talking to the camera is a job. Being active on Instagram is his job. Working for his new supplement company is a job. Making sure that all of the finances are okay. And on top of that, there is also his personal life. His sister, Melissa Bumstead, had been arrested, I think, because they received a pack of steroids, which of course is pretty funny to say, but think about how you must feel in that moment. Because, I mean, let's not lie, everybody's on gear. So that is the reality of bodybuilding. Think about how much stress that puts on your body. Think of how much stress you're gonna feel when you're trying to diet down. Think about how much stress you might be feeling when you're now the new co-owner of a supplement company. You're doing this new job when you are, a businessman and you've never done that before. Think of how much he's doing. Think about it and think of probably how little you are doing in comparison. And you don't need to be as good as him, okay? He's Chris Bumstead. Again, I am learning lifter. I'm not Chris Bumstead, shocker. However, I need to be inspired by this guy and I need to try to do as much as I can in my little, okay? So let's try to spend as much as we can every single day doing what we love and trying to progress forward, okay? A thing that I love about Chris is that he also reads some philosophy stuff, and I'm pretty sure that he read what's the name of Marcus Aurelius' book? I think it's Conversations with Myself, something like that. I don't really know the English name of the book. He read that, so he knows that he has a stoic mentality, and that is showing in what he's doing. That is why that guy is so amazing. Go follow him. He is a guy on gear, he's the Mr. Olympia, so of course he is, but trust me that he can really give you some important and powerful messages, okay? Chris Bumstead mindset, and I wanted to also give you an example of when it hits me, because there is a reason why I wanted to make that video, okay? And it basically was after my Saturday session of last week, which is today for me, which was a shitty session, and if you saw the video, you know that the training was terrible. I didn't want to be there. Everything was going wrong. It was terrible. It was just nasty, terrible. And while I was scrolling, I saw Chris Bumstead. I saw Chris. And I saw what he was doing. And I thought, damn, do I really think that he got where he is by just training like this, not being present in the moment, not giving everything that he had? Of course not. And he's a genetic freak and I am not. So how can I hope to achieve a decent physique if I'm not willing to put at least as much work as he does? How can I even hope to do that? I can't afford it. I cannot afford it to be lazy. I can't afford it to be skipping workouts just out of laziness. And also, I can't afford to be wasting workouts. Because it's one thing to go there in the gym and work out. And it's one thing to go there and go through the movements. It's okay to go through the movements sometimes, again, white, black and gray area. But I cannot afford to do that. I can't, because I have certain goals that I want to achieve, and I can't afford that. I simply can't. Maybe you can, because, I don't know, you are a genetic freak, or you want less than what I want, but I know that I am hungry for this. I know that I want to improve. I know that I want to do as much as I can for this. So I can't afford to be like that. So what did I do? Number one, I recollected my thoughts. I said, okay, listen, the workout started terribly, and it probably won't be a good workout now that I'm not gonna snap my fingers and say, yeah, easy, now I'm gonna have the best workout of my life. That is not going to happen. What I can do, however, is improve it. Okay, so if the workout was like a 2 out of 10 before, maybe it can become a 4 out of 10. Okay, I can't hope to become a 10 out of 10, but I can improve it a bit. So I put my phone in airplane mode. I just filmed a single set of the remainder of the exercises. I don't know if I already said it, I'm sorry, I've been talking for a bit. I put my phone on the airplane mode, so I didn't really have Instagram to be distracted by, I didn't have Facebook, YouTube, messages, whatever. I was there. I was in the room, I was there was just me and the weights and the music. I kept listening to music. And that is just what I did. I tried to be as mindful as I could, as much in the present as I wanted. And it sucked, because I couldn't be performing as well as I wanted to. And it's frustrating, okay? But do you really think that I could have been performing better if I wasn't be there and I would just go like, yeah, I'm curling, yeah. Oh, well, I did 8, I'm not gonna even try the 9th, I'm gonna put everything down. No, that was not gonna help me. That is a bad mindset to have. You need to try to be as focused as you can, because this is something that is important to me. Nobody's forcing me to work out. Nobody, not even myself. I'm doing it because I want to. But my actions need to reflect what I'm thinking, which is I want to be in the present, I want to be training. I can't train if I just come here and I go through the motions, then I go out and I say, wow, it was such a hard workout today, yeah guys. No, it was a shitty workout. I've been terrible today. I've been terrible. And I can't also say that it's the fault of my body, because my whole sleeping schedule is messed up. And I'm frustrated when I talk about it, because yeah, I almost lost a week, quote unquote, because I haven't been performing well for a bit. But who is at blame here? Me? Yeah, who else? Who else? Of course, again, I said a lot of times that you should stay in the gray area sometimes and not always in the black. Go watch a video of 3 days ago, I think. I think it's called something like a session is not just a session, it's much more and much less. That is a really important video, go watch it. But I'm frustrating with myself because this is so important to me. I want to have a better physique, I want to work out a lot, I want to perform well because I like doing it. However, sometimes life gets in the middle and we need to make sacrifices. But I want to stay in the black, I don't want to stay in the gray. I want to stay in the black, okay? And I want to do the best I can. So that is why I picked myself back up and I try to do my best. Although the workout was still shit. It was still bad, it was still terrible. But I tried to do it and I tried to be present in the moment. So I improved it. It got a little bit better. So, please, don't waste your workouts. Don't just go there and go through the motions. Because again, everything is gonna stack up slowly but surely. And especially if you have big goals, you cannot afford to be going through the motions. Because people who are already at the top are as hungry, if not hungrier than you for this, okay? And I'm not saying that I'm competing with Chris Bumstead or something like that, don't get me wrong. But I want to be striving for my best as much as he is striving for his best, if that makes sense. But again, actions should reflect thoughts and words. So I've been tough on myself, but I feel like that I needed to kind of hear it from me. Because if I really want to do this, I need to be more consistent and I need to be better at it. This was kind of a rant. This video didn't really make too much sense actually. but it was a message that I wanted to hear, so maybe it's a message that you will also need to hear through me telling it to myself. Something like that. This is it for today's video. Let's try to get a champion's mindset, which is not something that you just you snap your fingers and you get it. It's something that you develop over the years, over fatigue, with sweat, tears and blood. So slowly but surely, we're all gonna have a champion's mindset. And let's learn from this guy. See you guys in the next one.